go. I'm sneaking out here before the kid gets up. Kid's in his bedroom. I don't know, buzzing like that. Damn it. Hey, Papa. Hey, what's up, pal? And then he goes upstairs in the attic and he starts playing with my Legos. So I can't leave him upstairs in the attic by myself. I had like a Ferrari set. Legos.
Oh, shit.
Oh, the big one?
Like, it was, dude, I bought it a long time ago. It was like the garage. It was Kimi Räikkönen.
What, the F1 version?
Like F Formula 1, but Legos.
Oh, shit.
Legos used to make a lot of like Ferrari Legos for F1 back in the day. So I found one time shopping at like some card store in Harrison Domingo. And I saw it was like $80.
Oh, that's a
steal. It, and then I went to go buy the
that's a fucking steal.
birthday card or whatever it is I went to go get. So I built it. It was like the garage. It was Kimi Räikkönen and what is the latest? Fuck his name?
Michael Schumacher. Vettel.
That's the later man.
Felipe Massa.
Yeah, Felipe Massa. It was them two at the time when they were racing Ferrari. So it was a nice little, it was like this big. The garage, the mechanics, all the stuff. And they had like 2 F1 cars. Man, my kid,
Back in the day.
They shredded it all. As long as he's playing with Legos and, you know, doing his thing, that's all.
Yeah, I have the
It's
McLaren
not
one,
bad.
and then I have the Ayrton Senna.
I'm building that one right now.
Yeah, I still got to start that one.
I started building that one, but then my kid decided to lose the trophy.
That'd be tight as fuck too.
It's all right.
'Cause that shit's kind of
Ferrari.
It's
expensive.
like this big. I can't even find it no more. It's like,
They haven't won any championships anytime soon. So.
Who? Dude, we're in second place. You guys are about to lose that shit.
McLaren might fucking take it this year.
I hope so. I just don't want. I don't want Verstappen taking 4 in a row.
Why not?
I don't know what's going on this year.
Well, ever since Horner kind of like got exposed, trying to.
Well, and imagine
It's trying to
next year
fucking
when-
suck.
What is it? It's no longer Honda. It's going to be Ford next year.
Mm-hmm.
Is it next year or the following?
I think it's the following.
2026. That's what.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Engine rules.
Yeah, and then
It's
Honda.
not going to be Ford. It's Red Bull engines.
Oh, is it?
So Red Bull had
They're gonna have the
Red,
Ford.
how they were with Honda, and Honda left. I think
They still have Honda.
Red Bull kept some of the engineers. So the engine's a Honda concept,
Right.
Yeah.
but they're just taking over. You know what I mean? So now from there on, it keeps going.
Yeah,
until-
let's see where that goes.
My fucking TikTok story with the Lando Norris shit was crazy. Where the fucking team was like peer pressuring him to letting him pass.
It wasn't peer pressure. It was team
nah.
orders.
It's
But they fucked them
to
too.
be honest, that's like confidence too. Like Piastri still hasn't won a P1.
He didn't fucking win, bro. He let you win.
Well,
They
they fucked up that strategy for Oscar anyways. Would you pull over?
I wouldn't have pulled over.
Well, honestly, I think it makes sense because if they don't
The team
win,
fucked up with the pit stops.
Oh,
Yeah.
absolutely.
That's why they were trying to give it back to him.
Absolutely.
I understand where Lando's coming from. If he wants it,
well,
My thing is too. Lando had a shit start too.
yeah, he did.
Oscar beat him. You know, fair and square.
oh, it's not on.
Oh, there's a button. 1 hour talking. And
Well,
can't we
no,
hear
we
him?
didn't get you.
We gotta re-record.
Hello.
Nah, but yeah, we got plenty to
That
talk
whole
to.
week, my whole week was either the Lando thing or fucking Lewis and Verstappen hitting again.
Well,
I mean, that was kind of
that's-
Max's fault, but
it
Lewis
was
at-
definitely his
It was
fault.
9 out of
Lewis's
10
fault
times when they
too.
collided, it was always Max's fault, bro.
And it was kind of Lewis's fault because it kind of turned into.
dude, but that shit was
turn
back to back.
two.
He had one with Lando the weekend before, and then he had that one with.
I mean,
I was telling my boy, if I was Lando, I would have put him right into the fucking wall the next race. I don't give a fuck.
I don't get mad with him crashing. It's like back in the day. Back in the day, that's how it was. It's hard racing.
That's what it is.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, and that
These guys are soft.
yeah, but dude, that makes it so more exciting too. Like fucking the hunger to go past the curve and try to.
I mean, there's
Yeah,
rules, there's
yeah.
respect you got to do. But
Well, yeah,
Well, it's like fucking any sport, bro. Last thing you want is you don't want to hurt anybody. You know, you want to fucking win, but you don't want to.
Do you?
It depends.
How many times you play soccer, you went back?
I don't know about
Well,
you.
Marco got a fucked up knee for a reason.
I don't know about you. Every time Joey loses the ball, he's like, "Não passa a bola, também não passa o jogador."
Não. O senhor Zé me ensinou essa merda bem. Se passa a bola, não passa o homem. E se passa o homem, não passa a bola. Okay?
Tomato.
I heard that Thiago fucking ripped your caught you good on Tuesday.
Yeah,
Like
that was good.
he just fucking ripped it. He was like, yeah, even my shit was hurting when I got home.
Jesus Christ! Again, I still don't know what kind of soccer you guys play, but
And then when he hit Gabe, he was
But we're
like,
really it's fun because we're really fucking competitive. You know, it's
competitive
it's
for me.
4v4. It's small fields, You know, you got 2 minutes or 5 minutes, whatever it is, and people go out and that's Serge goes too now.
Susanna Serge?
Yeah, and him and my nephew went his first week he was there. My nephew was there for a week. Yo, like, well, how much did my nephew play? My nephew's like, they're going at it, bro. I'm like, yo, he's gonna swing at my nephew.
Serge goes hard, yo.
Yeah.
So you guys got what? 16 players now?
So that week we had
No
that-
goalies?
no goalies, small
I
goals.
can't play them.
We do
I
four.
can stand.
We do 4v4 small goals. You have to score past half, right?
You have to score past the half?
Half, yeah.
You can just shoot
So you're just
from
basically
like
just
the other
bombing
goal.
it, and hopefully it goes in.
No, you can't shoot before the half field
Oh,
mark.
you can't shoot. Didn't he say score?
Well, they have smaller goals.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Shit, fuck me.
that week that Surge went, we had 16. All right, because we're not playing right now because everybody's leaving or going to
Right,
Portugal.
Jealous.
I'm sorry.
I ain't go, yeah, me too. Shut the fuck up, bitch. You're going.
You're literally going next week.
And that week we had 16. We normally do 12.
Aren't you going next week?
So
too?
it's 3 teams of 4s.
Am I going? Are you going?
No,
Right?
Yeah, I'm
everybody
right
going.
here.
Everybody this year's going.
It's not fair.
Not by choice, but
And like
I'm right
nobody
here.
posts anything on social media, but once they land in Portugal, forget
I
about it.
can't.
3,000
That-
photos
that-
every minute. Every reel.
Makes me want to jump from the Sikorsky Bridge every day.
You don't even know where that is. How high it is, but it's funny.
She just said jump off a bridge. I'm like,
It's not funny.
It's
It's not funny.
you can't say things like that.
It's like the Driscoll Bridge over there. Anyway, welcome back.
Welcome back to the second episode of Dushka. Welcome back to the third episode of TascaLusa. As you see, we have the original Joey Lee. Another episode of TascaLusa. Welcome back to another episode of TascaLusa. Welcome back to another episode of.
Welcome back. Another episode. Or how it says I say it as a Russian fucking. Welcome back.
Welcome back. Another episode of. Welcome back. Welcome back.
Not anymore.
Bem-vindo a TascaLusa. Welcome back. Another episode of TascaLusa.
Let us hear it, Marco.
Welcome back. Welcome back. I'm back, baby. Welcome back. We're back, baby. We finally got Joel back, that cocksucker. He's fucking out
Dude,
there.
relax. It's been 2 weeks. It hasn't been that long.
Haven't fucking seen you in fucking God knows how long, but.
Tinha saudades.
Welcome back.
I warned you guys.
Welcome back. Welcome back, baby.
Guess who's back? Take it away, baby.
What's wrong with you? Welcome back, baby. I'm just fucking good. What? Welcome back. Baby Nilo, we're back. I'm back, or mostly me. Welcome back. I'm back again. 2 weeks in a row. Welcome back, baby. Joey, shut up. Welcome back, baby. I didn't even know if we were recording or not, but we're back. Me, Marcus.
Are you afraid to talk, dude? You're so low this time.
His knee hurts.
My knee hurts. I can't
Oh,
talk. I
my
can't
bad.
talk loud.
With this one?
Welcome back. You know, it's been what, 2 weeks?
We had an episode last week.
Did we? No, we didn't.
According to YouTube.
According to YouTube, we haven't stopped.
Really?
We've had episodes every week, bro.
I'm out of it today, man. I haven't slept. I'm
Easy,
like,
yo.
I'm the one that truly hasn't fucking slept.
but I slept for 3 hours. It's whatever. We got the usuals: me, Joel, Deville, Annabelle, Rancho Chop 92 over there, and we have a special guest today. You want to introduce yourself?
Hello, my name's Enrique Veloso. People know me as Jimmy Neutron as my nickname. And,
Where's that come from?
The Neutron name?
Yeah.
So, when I was in high school, I had a job at a car shop called East Coast Autosport
Okay.
in Harrison. A lot of people from this area know about it. And back in the day, I had hair. I no longer have hair anymore. It went away.
You went out to your face.
Yeah, I pulled it all down. But I got a job when I was in high school. I was all about cars, so I got a job there. And one of the girl Giselle, that was the secretary at the time, the cartoon Jimmy Neutron came out at that same time. And I used to have like spiked up hair like he did.
No.
And out of nowhere, she's like, you know what you remind me of? The cartoon Jimmy Neutron. And the owner, Billy, and this guy, Paul Costa, worked there. I kind of call him my cousin. We're family friends, but you know, everybody's in Portugal, someone's still familiar, right?
Absolutely.
So, you know, Billy heard that, and he just started calling me Neutron. So I was a stock boy. I would go in the back, go get tires, go get lights, go get this, blah, blah, blah. And I enjoyed it because it's what I liked, cars. So at that age in high school, to me, it was like a great job.
Yeah.
But he kept calling me Neutron. Jimmy, Neutron, this and that. And every person that came in heard that. That's how I met a lot of car friends that I have today from that job. And since then, it's been Neutron. My mother-in-law calls me Neutron.
So do you still work under cars now, or?
No, now I joined Manel Life about 10 years ago.
That's
I work construction.
That's right.
Yeah, I got the opportunity to get in, and I mean, I had the opportunity when I was 21, turned it down because I wanted to do cars, but then life things, and you start realizing you need this, you need that.
You start realizing the income from a construction man
right.
is nice.
But it's also more a union, the benefits, the pensions, I don't have to worry about after I do my 30 years.
Especially when you build a family and whatnot.
Right, so
that comes in handy.
Then when I got to a certain age, I spoke to my dad, and he got me in, and that's it. I'm in it today.
What goes on?
I'm glad I'm not that part of my life.
You're a very familiar face within the community here as well as your brother, Miguel.
Not as much of a brother, but
now you are in the Rancho or were in the Rancho?
I still am in the Rancho.
You still are in the Rancho, and when did you start?
91 when the Rancho first started.
Oh my God, I wasn't even
91.
born.
It was our Rancho started. Campos Domingos started in Harrison at Max Steiner off Harrison Ave in the back. It used to be, it was in a little alley. You had a gate and you had to walk to the door, and it was like scary. It was all, at that age in 91. But that's how it started. It was my dad, my godfather, my cousins. It was certain people started it, and then my dad just joined it because we lived in Harrison, so it was right there. And I've been in it since 91.
So it was all family, just there was no like outside.
No, there was all outside people. There was other people that started the Rancho.
Okay.
My dad always danced the Rancho growing up.
Right.
And so did my mom, and then
Did they dance over there in Portugal?
in Portugal, my dad did.
Oh wow.
Sure.
My dad's got a photo of him
All suited up. Yeah, just like you said. Just
looking like
a
a minuto,
Yeah, in Portugal, everybody's family, and when you come here, you adapt that same mentality within family.
Right, but my parents, their going out was that, when they had reais, it was inside, and you had João that brought a cusatina, and out of nowhere you're dancing in the middle of a dust field. That's just working in the campus. You start dancing.
Were you born here or were you born there?
I was born here.
You were born here. So when did your parents immigrate here?
Epa, you're asking me questions I don't remember. Right?
Oh, I'm saying because now we're going through the timeline of 91, the Rancho
I was
started.
born in 87. It couldn't be not that long. I know my parents got married there. They came here. And then I was born, and then it had to be 3 years before I was born, I think.
I'm trying to get the timeline right.
I mean, I never asked them that question. If they did, it was probably once, and I don't remember.
Left with the hair.
Yeah, it's gone.
Yeah, 'cause we've had like Olivia here, and that's why we asked the question of like family wise, because when Olivia was on, first thing that we asked was, is the Rancho all family? Like, because from the outside perspective, it does seem that way.
It's not family, but you become family. You get a lot of the people that are still part of the Rancho, like Olivia, myself, my brother, Susanna, Lucia. Yes, we are family, but like Olivia, her parents came part of it, and I remember when Olivia was born, her brother George, her sisters, Monica and Sonia, were part of it. Now a lot of people drift away, but we just stayed. It's just I understand where you're coming from. Everybody says, "Oh, os Campos Domingos é só família." That's why nobody comes in.
That's what I heard.
I'm surprised he came, but I know why he came because of my partner, Kathy and stuff. But it's not. It's just the doors are always open. Yeah. If you want to come dance, you're more than welcome to dance. It's just you become family. So from the outside, it does look like it's only family, but it's not.
And it's a great view to look at. Like, you come in, you see everybody help out. Like, especially when you guys go do like anniversaries and everything. You guys don't like spread eagle. Like, I remember, I normally get a table, and you guys are all upstairs pretty much together and stuff like that. So he shows the family orientation that you guys show. How can I say it? Like the companionship.
And you don't see it for what it is, right? Because
you're an outsider.
Exactly, right? So I have that same perspective that you have before. And I was like, oh, look, they're all hanging out. Bro, come here the day after Thanksgiving for Rajwada. We are here at 6 o'clock in the fucking morning.
Yep.
Setting tables. You got 10, 15 people already in the kitchen cooking. Right? The day before Thanksgiving, they're out on the farm
Killing the pigs.
killing the pigs for the rejoada. Right? So I can only talk about what I've experienced before.
I mean, not only is it people from Rancho, there's other people that don't belong to Rancho that
So
do
now,
help.
is the Rejoada the Rancho Festa or is it the clubs?
It's Rancho.
It's a Rancho.
Okay.
Yeah.
Us as Campones, we do 3
We do
a year.
our anniversary.
Our anniversary, we don't work. Our anniversary, we really don't do anything.
Well, we don't work, but we work.
Yeah.
When's your guys' anniversary?
It's in March.
Normally
March.
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 Oh.
Same
It's
table.
the Rusgas, the Cozido,
The cozido.
and then the Rejoada.
Yeah.
We're working on something new, but that's we're not gonna talk about that on the podcast because we're still working out
can't.
details
We can't.
because we want to do something, and
Can't tell our secrets.
he's been busting my balls about it, and I want to do it. But like, and it's instilled in Kathy's head, Rejoada, because for the last 5 years, Thursday and Thanksgiving, I'm in Florida. Now I'm either driving up Friday morning, or I'm catching a flight Friday to be here Saturday to help out with Rejoada.
You did that last year.
I've done that the last 5 years.
Holy
So
shit.
why do you go before?
Thanksgiving is
fine.
always at my parents' house.
Why have your parents come this time? This time.
It's not just
And
my parents,
everybody
bro. My
else.
parents are there.
Yeah,
my
family.
sisters are there.
Yeah, I
my
get it.
cousins are there. Everybody moved to Florida.
All right, everybody comes to
Now,
Rejoada.
now it's
dude.
you. Now, next is you, kid. Say, call you kid, but you're older than me.
No,
It's too hot over there, man.
No, you don't like it?
It's too hot.
You don't like it over there?
I hate Florida, bro.
Really?
I hate Florida.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm not a fan of Florida.
I hate Florida.
I went to Florida once with my wife for Disneyland. We were like, oh, let's go to Disneyland before we have kids to actually enjoy it.
Yeah.
Because you don't enjoy it when you have kids.
How much did you enjoy it?
I had a great time.
Did you go to Epcot?
Yes, we did.
Did you get fucking...
No.
Come on, man.
Dude, it came to a point where like I had a beer, but it was like so hot
Oh.
that you couldn't. Like it was bad. It's just
Oh,
So
you went, what, you went,
dehydrated,
you went during the summer?
everything
it was like, it was like summer.
We-
Oh, yeah.
We didn't go to Portugal that year, so we were like, yeah, let's enjoy it.
gotcha.
And like she's right, let's it's things we grew up with, as a child. So you want to enjoy it as an adult. So we went. It was a great time. But like I remember one morning
too hot.
we woke up, walked out of the hotel room. I got smacked so hard with humidity and heat. I was like, I do not want to go. You're dying. Like kids would have ice cream and it would melt right away. It was just I can't. I don't know, man. I don't know. How people love Florida.
We went and the baby ended up taking like a 2-hour nap inside one of the exhibits, the Heady Sea. My sister's like, y'all can go hang around, go on a fucking line, go wait for a ride. Me and the baby get to take a nap. She literally sat on the ground in like the presidential thing at Disneyland, sat down on the floor with the baby in her arms, and baby knocked out for 2 hours. That's how hot it was.
It's crazy
last
over
time I
there.
went to
And then like
Florida
you
was
see
like
all like the stroller car show. It's like about 200 strollers parked over there. Then you see all the dads with the girls waiting for a princess autograph. I mean, I'm gonna be that guy. One day waiting in a line. We'll see. I got Vasco right now, so maybe I'll just be waiting in a Toy Story line or stuff like that. I'm also a kid in heart, so I might enjoy it. So
It's a fun fact though, like Rejoada, when I first joined Blizzard's Minion, that was actually my first saída.
That they came to dance 4 years ago?
4 years ago.
4 years ago?
Yeah.
That's when we still invited groups.
listen, I'll be honest. I remember things, but I don't remember things.
Yeah, I ended up getting.
Like I've always been.
I ended up getting a ticket that day. That's why I remember.
The Rancho, that was just a conversation we had one time. It was just we're all here at the Rancho.
It's a great festa too.
It was more like the older generation, my parents, and
Right.
they just started. Let's have un cozido miñota, and I enjoy it. I love it.
I take home.
I'm just afraid, like honestly, us as a younger generation, we don't pick up these things now. Like especially like last year and the year before, you start seeing like I've been involved in the kitchen now for 2 years. I started off washing dishes. I'm still washing dishes. Somebody's got to do it. It's a nonstop
I'm
job.
pretty sure there's videos of you and me doing the beakish.
We were doing the Vikas.
I've seen
But the
that
thing is,
video.
it's like it's the older generations that have these secrets. Like my godmother, the kanja, like she knows when she's there doing the kanja. It's just like you're watching her work, and you're like, how much salt? She knows, and it's
Whole hand.
it's the generation that like we have to pick that up, or if not, it's gone.
But by picking it up, you also have to be committed to it. And
Right, you have to.
Unfortunately, like now we start to see more value of the older generation
Because we're getting older.
because we are getting older, and we always obviously going to try to pass on to the generation
Right.
after. But it's tough because if you don't pick it up now and if you don't be will to pick those things up, it's gonna die.
It is, and it's
It also,
I'm sorry, not
Yeah,
even
go on.
but like something I've noticed here, which I haven't noticed, at least in other groups I've been a part of, right? Like, they want you to help the kitchen. They're fucking asking for help, right? They're not sitting there and yelling at you. You're doing something wrong, right? Especially with the bikish.
Oh yeah,
The bikish, right? When you're rolling up the bikish, your godmother says it to you once.
And
Yes,
that's
see.
it. Done.
Yes,
Don't
see.
break the cup, dude. Jesus.
See, and she'll show you the first time, and then we're off to the bikish. It was you, me, Susanna.
Yeah.
Normally,
No,
Andre's in there with us.
you need the youth to mix it because
Yeah.
it's fitting. You can't make it too. You have to add a certain amount of water at a time, and
Can't be too
you know,
stale and
You know, and
as we get older, they get older, so they certain things they can't do anymore.
yeah,
you know?
é mais
Right.
difícil para mexer a massa e o
But-
caralho.
that party, bro.
It's just not the weakest, man. It's just everything. Going to the farm and finding the pigs and
I take 2 containers of soup
butchering the
home with me,
pigs
bro.
and doing the
Every
job.
year.
It's a
You
skill.
guys got to do like a blog of like the whole concept, even especially like with Olivia being under in the background of like social media and stuff like that. Like record
It's very
like the concept,
Listen, we spoke about like especially the whole
like
the whole journey,
documentary type of thing.
right? But it's very. I feel with the way social media is today, if we put a video of us killing a pig, you're gonna get people. That it's
don't show it killing the pig.
no, but
Don't fucking show
you
it.
get what I'm saying.
Oh,
no,
You're gonna see all the
I mean
vegetarians.
that's not how you do it.
You're gonna
That's
see
not
all
how
the
you do it.
vegetarians go. Don't
You
kill the
don't.
meat.
You gotta kill the animal nice and easy. You know.
it's an easy for us.
Yeah, that's how.
Pancada-
it
one shot, the fuck?
Pancada no focinho. That's it.
we don't give away our secrets.
No, but that's cool.
That's a good time, and then we have what else is it?
Cozido.
The cozido. That was more. Cozido is more. The cozido is usually the leftovers.
Yeah, the
So we have
leftovers.
rajwada, and then we have the cozido. So whatever all the extra meat left over, the typical. Throw everything in a pot, add some salt, some water, and you got a cozido.
Can't go wrong with a cocida. though.
Yo,
I'm
both
not a fan
parties-
of it.
In both parties, we're normally rejecting people because we have so many people already.
so we don't
Both
have
of those
room.
parties.
Yeah,
No, it's because it does take time. It does take
a lot of work, yeah.
a lot of work for you to get it. And I feel like people appreciate that, like the work that goes behind it. Well,
People,
some.
I did, right? And I'm one of those, and I love this party. I go because of the soup.
Everybody goes because of soup.
The soup. It's probably my number 1 favorite soup ever.
Everybody goes for the soup. The soup is the
Marco, you're
sopa?
coming to the Rajwada
Yeah.
next year.
When is it?
Call that
It's
sober? It's November.
the Saturday after Thanksgiving.
Oh. Yeah.
Every year, it's the Saturday after Thanksgiving. The day doesn't change.
It's because the week that week works.
Yeah.
Because everybody's home for the Thanksgiving.
And
then
you
you
get
have-
Black Friday. and
Right,
then
Black
you
Friday.
got-
So a lot of people don't work on Friday. So on Friday they're doing the rest of the preparation for the parties, and then it's a lot, man. It's a lot. Like my parents, man. My mom would run around to Ciabadas and to every stuff. It's no joke. And then like,
We got the wrong farina last year.
and then you get in the kitchen, and then like you bring the wrong farina, and then, like everybody loses their shit, and they're like going crazy, yelling at each other. It is.
Dude, I remember your dad get like your dad's not one to like raise his voice. At least I've never seen it. You probably seen it, right? But
Barely, but
I've I remember your dad was like, eu vou uma vez. Eu não vou ir para trás e para a frente para Ciabras. Vou uma vez, escreve no papel que precisa, não vou outra vez. I was like, oh shit, yo,
Yeah, my
That's
bad,
every
man.
pork
What
chop,
the fuck?
dude.
My
he's
bad.
like, I ain't not today. Satan, not today.
he's a very calm person. It takes a lot to get
Oh
him.
yeah.
He's like me sometimes. Like I don't explode a lot. It takes a lot for me to explode. I just walk away. Like
Yeah,
him.
I have very short fuse.
I'm the same way though. Like I rather like try to remain calm as much as I can. I speak on a soft voice until I can't, and then that's where I explode. But I always try to keep like calm.
Keep calm. Like what's the point of like arguing? Like sometimes in a
Don't play
rancho,
pro club
here
with
at
him.
practice, sometimes I walk away because when I do explode, I'm gonna get people upset, and I don't know. Sometimes I tell Joey sometimes like, "Porta taqua." But you can't say that. Like you can't. You know,
People
you
are
gotta.
too sensitive now.
Yeah, but it's not sensitive. It's just I don't know. It's a different generation.
I only flipped out when we were building the stage this year. It's the only time I flipped
Only?
out. It's the only time I flipped out.
That you remember?
Maybe.
At the end of the day, we're Portuguese, and Portuguese people, like growing up, like starting working construction. My dad was like, "Tens de aprender, aprende que não duro sempre."
Yeah.
Right?
That's
I'm like,
it.
cool. But then
Jesus.
when I go learn, and if I'm not doing it right, he pushes me away because I'm taking too long.
Instead of
So
teaching you, they just push you out.
I was just a visual learner. I just stood back and watched him do everything, and then when I'm doing, I'm like, oh, I gotta hurry up and do it.
Then I have this Cape Verdean working for me now. Yeah, because they want me to like get into a higher position.
What do you do?
Now I do like metal fabrication,
Okay.
welding and stuff like
Right.
that. So I have this Cape Verdean working with me, and I'm like speaking in English, speaking in Portuguese, try to get him to understand the way I'm teaching.
He told me the story in a 2-ride car ride. 2-hour car ride. He was so mad.
So like he's there for like almost 6 months now, probably 7, and he's not processing everything, so he's selective hearing, like, so, but I'm showing him a certain way to a point that I'm like, yo, you're not getting it. Is it me? Like, am I teaching you the wrong way? So now I teach different ways for him to try to understand, again, English, Portuguese, whatever the case, for him to get it. Now I'm teaching him
Did you teach him in Creole?
This I didn't learn that in school. I'm teaching him A, he goes to Z. I turn around, he cuts it differently, or whatever the case may be. Dude, he got to the point, I'm like, yo, tô falar chinês ou que caralho? Que tu não percebes? But like,
Sometimes you have to sit back and look at the person and how they
That's
work
what
and
it
how they
is.
learn, and then you have to apply yourself to how they learn. Because if you try to teach them how you learn it, it won't work with that
Yeah.
person. Some
Yeah.
people will, some won't.
And that's what I've done too. I laid back, I was like, alright, agora não te vou dizer nada. Quero-te ver a fazer do começo ao fim. And he goes, and then he asked me a question. I'll try to answer, cool, whatever. And then he asked me another question. I was like, he got to the point that I'm just like,
Yeah.
Irclano, tu queres fazer este trabalho? Irclano is his name. Tu queres fazer este trabalho? And I shouldn't even said his name.
I was gonna literally say Chris. He's gonna want to cut that out.
Whatever. Nah, don't worry about it. I don't give a fuck. Irclano, queres fazer este trabalho? Like, se tu não queres, diz-me. Digo ao supervisor e o
that's
caralho,
fucking
and I'll get it going.
So everybody learns a different way.
And then he goes, no, quer experimentar. Okay, I'll give you another month or 2, and then we'll figure
I'll
it
give
out.
you another 6 months.
No, hell no, I'm not.
It's just
Hell
different.
no, I'm not.
It's almost like people learning how to play concertina. Everybody takes. I'm sure you picked it up fast.
I wouldn't say fast, bro, because I'm still learning today. You know, it's just.
You know what I mean.
There's videos
All you
of
guys play
Joey.
concertinas? Do you play concertinas?
Hell no.
I'm retired.
I never
Yeah.
cared to learn, actually.
How long was your career?
That sounds like you. I'm retired.
How long was I playing?
Well, I never played concertina to retire. I never even tried.
I
don't know,
never
'cause-
cared to.
I don't know. I feel like when I saw him play, who else played after you? I think you were the first one really that I saw. Then it was me and my brother, and then my brother fucking picked it up like.
Well, my brother
seconds.
picked it up. Yeah, Miguel picked that thing up quick. But also at the time when my dad wanted to teach us how to play, I was at the age where I was going to Portugal, I was going out. So I would go out to the discotecas, to os bars, os cafés, hang out, and I would get home at
Whatever.
6 da manhã. You know, festa, espuma, all that stuff. But my brother was younger. So my brother would go out and go to sleep. And then my dad would wake him up early in the morning to go to Punta Barca. So I don't even know who.
It was.
I don't know. You might know. I don't know.
Yeah, Amorim. It was. Donde Churrasqueira.
I think. My
that's
brother,
all.
my dad's like, queres ir? Que eu pago, queres ir? Queres aprender? I was too tired. I'm drinking all night. I don't want to.
Fucking hungover.
I'm asleep.
You're still drunk. Just
My brother's passion for the rancho is a lot bigger than mine. Like I love the rancho because, like I said, it was since '91. So for me, it's molded
in your
into
blood,
me. It's
yeah.
in my blood. It's what I've been. I'm used to it. So to me, like you have certain people that are part of rancho groups and they're like, oh, I'm not going Saturday. Oh, Saturday night. The Saturdays I want to. I understand, but to me, I'm used to it. To me, it's like, all right, we have a saída. All right, I always make time for it. Like I know why people leave because it takes up the weekends. Like you want to go somewhere, and then if you can't show up to the saída, then people get upset because now you're missing partners. And if you don't have certain amount, it's stressful.
It takes a village.
But I've always been that person that just like I make the sacrifice, and you always have those certain amount of people in the groups that always go.
Now, is it harder for you to make those sacrifices with a wife that's not involved?
I actually like the fact that she's not involved sometimes because it kind of brings you down.
So we actually had this conversation with John Funch.
Okay.
And we brought up to the point that he actually brought it up a really good point because a lot of people normally have a tendency on marriage to either back away from Rancho or
I mean, it's a lot. Once you get married,
involved.
you have a lot
Yeah,
on
so
your plate,
like
and then you have
if,
kids. It's a lot.
and that's what it is. So if your significant other is not involved in the Rancho, it could become harder or like in quotes a sacrifice in a
Right.
sense for them to be like accepting or stuff like that. So, how does your wife cope with the whole Russia situation?
She
So she's Portuguese.
she is Portuguese.
Okay.
And she has no problem with it.
Yeah.
And for her, especially now, we have our 3-year-old Vasco. For her on Fridays, it's a break.
Yeah.
So if I usually my parents, because now that I've been in the ranch since '91, and now that I have a son, it's a pleasure seeing my parents with them. So now it brings back memories of their kids, and it's that whole thing. So he usually stays with my mom on Fridays, and then they bring him to Rancho. Then I show up. It kind of gives us a break.
Right.
So like if we want to go out and eat, we could go on out. As a married couple, you need that break to always keep it strong. But it's also
Is that true, Joey?
Yeah.
Okay.
You need that sometimes.
That's why you got Naya.
I mean, she
Exactly
tried. Like my wife tried it. It just didn't work out for her. I was like, you want to try it? Try it. I am not going to force you to learn how to dance, to be part of the ranch, because I want you to be part of it. I'm not like that.
You Shimiota as well?
No,
or-
she's from Aveiro.
Okay.
Oliveira dos Meios. Hope I said that right.
Never heard. Never
She's like,
heard
where
of
am I
it?
from? Where am I from? I'm like, I know you're from.
At least, so she watches this, or she's gonna watch.
She's going to watch this because I'm on it. She's going to watch it and criticize every little thing I do.
You said that fucking wrong. What the fuck's wrong with you, man?
Shout out Amy.
Oh, no. But and it gives me, I don't know, it gives her a break. She relaxes. She also has her little business going on. So she's on Friday. She's busy now with a kid. It just takes.
Would you like to shout out her business?
Yeah, she's the owner of Sweet Chaos. She makes her own
Sweet
cake.
Chaos.
Yes,
That's a-
cakes,
that's a pretty
cupcakes,
fire name.
pops, the whole 9.
Where's she out of?
Right now working at home.
Oh, that's awesome. So
She's trying to do her thing,
Yeah,
but
yeah, yeah.
she's also raising her child. So it's a lot on her plate. She's doing a phenomenal job.
Is there a social media for that?
Yes, Sweet Chaos by Amy.
Okay.
Sweet.
So
Kind of.
Chris.
Plug that shit.
plug it.
Plug that ish.
So that's pretty much the Rancho talk, right?
That's always gonna come back to Rancho.
It's always eventually it will come back to
Eventually.
that, right?
It's
But
coming.
you're a very big car guy. You're a car head.
Yeah.
I actually had a job and I was working with a couple guys and they knew you because they were part of like the rival. They were part of the Honda and the Japan and crew.
Well, you're always gonna have that rival. Hondas are better than Japanese, better than German cars. Blah blah.
How like 'cause I feel like you don't see it as often now. Like the shoot up cars, the
Shit costs money.
Well, that first it costs money, but also it was a lot cheaper. Cars were a lot cheaper back in the day. Like back in the day, you could buy something for affordable price. Now everybody thinks they have a relic. They think they have something that's I've never seen before, so they raise the prices up.
80,000 euros.
I'm just saying.
I don't know, man, but I feel like that car would be worth it.
Well, yeah, everything
Not
is
gonna front.
now electronic too, so it's not manual or motorized and
Right,
stuff
but
like
like
that.
back in we were in us in the car scene, and especially for my age and the older generation. Cars nowadays are easy to modify. Everything is turbo. Everything's already fast. Everything comes out with 300 horsepower. So every adult, bless you, every adult kid, they could, if they have money or if their parents help them out, they could just, like for a brand new M3, for example, it's already turbo. You could just do downpipes, intercooler, a tune, and you're going down the street going, pa 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 pa. It's just annoying that now noise. I can't stand it. But when I grew up,
Did your car ever do pop 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 pop?
no, never. Couldn't afford the new stuff. I had to stick with the old stuff. I'm still in '98 with my E36 BMWs. But I mean, I got in. Like I said, I worked at East Coast, and to be honest, when I worked at East Coast, I was big in the Honda game because that's who I grew up with. It was all Hondas. Everybody had Civics and this, and especially when Fast and Furious came out, forget about it. That place blew up. Everybody wanted body kits. Everybody wanted street glow. Everybody was trying to be Paul Walker and Vin Diesel at the time. But it's what I grew up with. And then I met my old boss, and I remember one time at Avenue P, I'm hanging out everybody with all these Civics and Hondas and all that stuff, and I see a Mark III Golf VR turbo just flying down the street, and I'm like, what the fuck is this? Looked totally different. Didn't look like all the other stuff. All the Hondas at the time just had small wheels, all fast, lightweight. This thing was black, had Euro bumpers on it, Euro moldings because he didn't have that here.
Yeah.
Right.
Because he had North America stuff on it because Europe and American different. He had, I think it was 17x9 bore bays on it, staggered, and I'm like, what? And it sounded good.
Stanced.
And then from there, I'm like, let me look, because at that time I really wanted a Lexus IS 300.
Yeah.
Like that was for me, that was a car or an Evo. that's what I really
All the
wanted.
old
But
Evos.
when I saw that thing, I was like, that is different and it's dope, and I fell in love with Volkswagens.
So was that around the time that you ended up wrapping your car with the Lensu? Do you
Oh,
remember?
man.
that was
Oof.
later.
That was when I was like, I didn't even have my license. So I was hanging out. I didn't. I was hanging out at the mini mall, the by my house. It was with Dunkin' Donuts, and that's where everybody showed up with cars from, like Kearney, North Arlington, stuff like that. Newark had their own area. Union had their own Dunkin' Donuts. Like that was like the thing around here is to
Dunkin'
hang out.
Donuts.
It was 24 hours.
Dunkin'
What else you had
Donuts.
In
24
Connecticut, it
hours?
was the Starbucks in Trumbull.
But it's also the Portuguese thing. A lot of people, you go find un café, hang out,
Yeah.
shoot the shit, and have coffee. That was Dunkin' Donuts. Ribs wasn't open until midnight, but that's where we used to hang out, and I just hopped on cars. People would be, let's go to Avenue P and watch races. I just got in someone's car.
Just
I'm
random.
like, who the hell is this kid?
Call him Neutron.
Just going for the ride. And
Call
then
him Neutron. Whatever. Just
and
get
then,
in.
Dude, my first car, I was, I think, a sophomore in high school because, I stood back in second grade. I wasn't good in school, so I was always ahead when
Good
it came
test.
to that stuff, the age, whatever. But I remember bugging my parents to buy an MK1 GTI Rabbit with a 2.0 swap.
Oh,
I got photos of like,
high request over here.
it was the biggest junk box. And I thought I could revive it and do wheels and do this. I just didn't have money. I just didn't. And I took it to my old boss, Diogo Azevedo, which a lot of people in the car scene know him from this area. I gave him the car. He looked at me. He's like, kid, you don't have money for this. It's going to cost. It's true. It's like, I'm 18 at the time, provisional license, and I want to build this car. I didn't have 20 grand to build a car. It's expensive. So I sold it, and then I bought a Mark III Jetta diesel.
Diesel.
And then I did all that up. So by the time I was my senior year, I had, because I also worked in the summers and I worked construction time with my dad before I became union. So all my money went to my car. And I was in high school rocking a Mark III Jetta, Yurt out, RS's, custom paint job.
Everybody turns away.
My first car
A
was a
typical
Jetta.
Portuguese car.
Was it a
Volkswagen,
diesel?
that's what everybody has.
No, it wasn't diesel.
My Passat was diesel.
Your Passat. I forgot about your Passat.
Yeah.
Wow.
None of them were ever hooked up, though.
He's Jetta was how I learned manual.
You didn't fucking learn, bro. You
I
drove
didn't
once,
learn.
bro.
I drove once. It's fine.
There literally was Hurricane.
me back.
Hurricane.
Put
Sandy
me
was
in,
the
coach.
one that fucked
Sandy.
you guys up. Was it Sandy?
I have no idea.
It was Hurricane
I don't remember. I
Sandy.
just remember it was a bad weather outside.
It was Sandy.
Sandy. Me and him were like,
It's all right.
fuck it.
Put me
There's
back
a hurricane
in.
coming. We went to the movies. All right.
Going to Hurricane?
The hurricane's
Would you go
coming.
watch Twister?
No,
We're like half hour before the movie starts. I was like, Joel, get in the front seat or get in the driver's seat. And I'm teaching him like when like the releases for the clutch.
Right.
Right? And like, you don't need gas to go, bro. As soon as you find the release.
Well, because it's a diesel, because it's a high revving engine. It's
No,
a high
no,
torque.
it was my Jetta was a 2.0. It
Oh,
wasn't
was
a
it
diesel.
2.0? Same thing.
2 point slow. It was
2 points slow.
and
I didn't do half bad.
No, he stalled, but he learned.
But it took you to the movies, though, right?
Yeah.
That 2 point slow, but it still got to the movies.
That's right. Even if I fucked up your
Dude,
clutch,
I
you
blew
still
the
got a
fucking
movie.
motor on that motherfucker.
Would you
Twice.
Not change the oil.
No, I don't fucking remember. I was like 18, 19.
Guys checking the blinker fluid. Hey, it's good.
So what's your enthusiasm with all the wagons? So you're on your what, fourth wagon or third wagon?
Oh, that's
It's a European thing.
I thought it was just the convenience of having the kid with the wagon.
No,
Or
it's
just
just
you
as
like
a
the
car,
you like the wagon.
Like seeing a car hooked up, dropped, slammed on wheels, it looks good. But when you see an Avant, like a wagon, it's a European thing. In Europe, that's all you saw. Like growing up in Portugal, my parents always had wagons. When they rented, I'm pretty sure you see it all the time. And a wagon in Europe is convenient. It's not big, it's not small, but it's enough to put stuff in the trunk and have a family.
I remember growing up in Portugal. Both my parents had a wagon.
Right.
Like that's all you'd see everywhere
I
you'd go.
I had, like, my first car was that 98 Jetta TDI, shaved engine bay, the whole nine. That's a lot of people knew me like that. Then I bought another Jetta, but it was a VR6. Crashed that on the Parkway.
nice.
It is what it is. And then I had that, and I built a four-door Golf, and I put all that stuff from a Jetta into that four-door Golf. And then I sold that, and that's when I bought my black BMW. But then I also needed something else to drive around. So then I traded my diesel, which sat in the garage for years because I couldn't afford two cars at the same
Right.
time. And my parents are like, "You're off the insurance because
It's just too damn expensive.
tickets and puntos and the whole shebang. Going fast at a slow ass diesel. I thought I was the fastest guy in the world, but I bought my BMW. Then I had a Passat wagon, which had like air ride and
Nice.
a 1.8T.
I remember those
K4
days.
turbo, full exhaust. We traded the car. Traded it, but then I had the Passat for a year, but like every day I was spending money on it. It came to the point where I was always dumping money in that car. Something went wrong. The window wouldn't open. Trunk was missing parts. This was leaking oil. So when I was dating,
Sounds like Volkswagen.
Oh, whatever.
That was the first thing. Tiago, you know Tiago Enriquez, right?
I'm good with faces.
When I got my Subaru and I started to like think about like what I want to do, he goes, "Yeah, as soon as you start messing stuff up, everything's gonna start falling apart." And as soon as I put my bags in, it was game over from there. Front lip's gone, muffler's gone.
Yeah, but how do you rip off your muffler and your front lip if you?
Well,
have
I was riding low like an asshole.
You have a system where you can raise your car.
I kind of deserved it though. I went
know
over
a lot of people that I know. A lot of people have bags. Like I bagged my BMW because the practicality of the simple fact that I could raise my car, drive, and not ruin anything. Because before that, I was going through lips. I remember one time in the Parkway, I ran over something and my exhaust was stuck. I'm being for real. I had a buddy of mine had to come over with a jack the car up. Like I think I ran over someone's exhaust. And it was stuck. And I'm dragging an exhaust between the black top and my car all over the whole turnpike.
All you see is Faishkas in the
Dude,
back.
I'm being for real. It wouldn't. Somebody called somebody. I think it was like the twins at the time or something. Somebody showed up with a jack. I jacked the car up and I pulled this exhaust off. And then when I finally had the opportunity to back my car, I did. But like people are like, "Oh, why do you ride so high?" I'm like, "Listen, I ride where it looks good, but where I'm not ruining anything."
Absolutely.
So I can come up driveways. I can run over potholes. Other people had bags and were riding low, and I broke my front lip. Aren't you bagged? Yeah, but I ride low. I'm like,
I learned my lesson pretty fast. After that, I was like, "Yeah, I can't be doing this anymore."
Electric.
Fucking
electric.
WRX,
Tesla.
not fucking.
But I'm
automatic.
kind of
Cute.
It is. It's cute.
Your car.
I'm a car guy, so I like engines. I like
No, I actually told my girlfriend the other day. I go, be real with me. And she goes, "Yeah, what's up?" And I go, "Is this car too white for me?" And she goes, "Yeah, it's a type of car that I would drive." I was like, "Yeah, fuck." So
Your car don't go pop, pop, pop. You don't go zzz.
the car don't make anything.
No.
And you can fall asleep in it and it drives on its own.
Absolutely.
honestly,
I mean, listen, technology-wise, it's amazing.
Well, I actually
Until
had
you're
that
on a
for-
high-speed
I had that
chase and
for
it shuts off
I had that for a
automatically.
month on the Tesla. That shit was wild. Like turning
No,
it on,
it's-
and you like let go, and it just
Yeah, it
starts
just goes
turning
on
and
its
shit.
own, yeah.
Sometimes I'd be like, it would be getting too close to the curb, and I would
You're
like
getting scared because you're
Dude.
so used to controlling it.
Yeah,
When
I
you
was like,
have-
whoa.
Yeah,
But like,
it's-
I could see how people can like that shit can like get faulty, and then you fucking just go off a bridge, and you're.
I mean, listen, I'm not, like I crack on electric cars, and a lot of car guys do. But like technology-wise, it is amazing.
Oh, dude,
it's crazy how
phenomenal.
the car, does all that stuff on its own. But like at the end of the day, as an old technician or mechanic, whatever you want to say that I was, electronics go bad.
Oh, absolutely.
Like you said,
Yeah.
they go bad no matter what. Yeah, it's the future, but they go bad. Majority of cars nowadays, as a technician, if you work at BMW or Audi,
It's all like computer.
99% of the things you're dealing with is electronic issues. My
Yeah.
window doesn't work. My Bluetooth's not working. The screen stopped working. The mirror doesn't fold. The wing doesn't come up. You're not dealing with, back in the day, we're actually mechanic stuff.
Yeah.
Well, and that's where a lot of people don't do a lot of modifications because the minute you touch an electric, there goes the insurance, like automatically.
Real car guys don't care about that.
Yeah, that's exactly it, dude.
I mean, but like I said, after I had that Passat wagon, I sold it, and I bought a brand new 2013 Jetta wagon, and literally a month later, it was on coilovers, wheels, slammed on the ground, like already before I bought it. But
dude,
like
my
you said, wagons they're practical. I like them. It's just,
I like your BMW one. I like the green one. The one you have now.
the one that
car guys will always be car
And the
guys.
fact-
Doesn't matter.
And the fact, I'm sorry, I cut you
Yeah,
off.
go
because
ahead.
it's the car.
It's like the second time you cut someone off. Like,
Sounds like
the fact
Hunter.
that you could
You need a
turn
Nerf
it on,
gun. Dow.
the fact that you could turn it on without hitting the clutch,
well, it's a European thing.
mind
it's a
fucked
Europe-
me, bro. I understand it's a European thing, but I didn't fucking know that. I go to Europe, I still hit the clutch to start the car.
It's because in America they gotta make it simple. Should they dummy it down?
Wait, you,
And it's also a
don't you
safety
have to hold the
feature.
clutch to
For
turn?
newer cars, you do, but like how it was a '98, you don't.
Because I learned on my dad's S10, but that shit was like a 94,
And you still had to
96.
press the clutch.
Yeah.
That's American safety thing.
like-
I totaled my white diesel wagon that I had for like over 10 years, most reliable car I had, and
Hit a fucking deer on the way
I
to
hit a
work.
deer. Well, the deer hit me.
Jesus
It was,
He popped out of
it was like,
nowhere,
it was like
just-
3:30 in the morning, going to Yonkers to do concrete pour, and I'm drinking my coffee, and I just Bambi just came out of nowhere.
Fucking Bambi.
And I still drove to work. I'm being for real. I pulled over at a rest stop, picked up whatever pieces I could grab. Door couldn't open, so I had to climb over and get out of the passenger door.
Oh my God.
Zip tied where I had a zip tie. I also had a cargo box
Zip
on top.
ties.
So I threw whatever pieces were loose and threw it in the cargo box. Went to work, did the pour, drove home, and then I drove it to a body shop in London.
For this.
And he was like,
to get it, to get it fixed, insurance and all that stuff. And at that point, they just totaled it. So they gave me money, and then I bought my E36 wagon that was imported for Germany. Some guy in Florida.
Wow.
Because they never sold that E36 BMW wagon touring here in America. So now that it's like 20, they have a law like 25 years or older, they could bring cars from other countries here.
Yeah.
So they brought it over, and now
I
I
did
have
not
it
know
now.
that.
It's been sitting in my backyard for the past month and a half on jack stands.
So,
Just things I need to fix, but when I fix my cars, I fix with better stuff.
It'll be a project
Right.
for
I don't
you
just
and
replace
Vasco.
parts. I get like, all right, what can I upgrade this to make it better? And that's what I do.
Is that something that you want to sell, like in the future? Or is that something you want to keep for your son?
I want to keep it because, like, some fact, like, if you go on my social media, you see I have like the E36 Ti compact, and then I have a wagon, so it's like the same body style, but one's small two-door, and the other one's like a touring. I want to keep it, but if I have to sell it, I'll sell it. You know, if I get the right price. So
Oh, absolutely.
people now with wagons that are selling them on the market, they think they could get crazy money for it. So for me to lose money in it,
80,000.
Involved in it.
Huh?
80,000.
80,000.
So-
$50,000. I know what I got.
That's the price.
I know what I got.
Safe to say, you definitely chose the motor car life rather than sports when you were growing up. Did you play any sports at all?
I
Or?
did soccer and I did swimming in high school.
Swimming.
Swimming, yeah.
On top of still working in the.
Yeah, so, well,
The
soccer
shops.
I did it, but then like after high school, I just didn't. I wasn't that good at soccer. I was always the goalie. Because growing up, I was always the chubby kid. So they always
Same.
put me in the net.
Felt that.
Oh, I still am.
They always put the chubby kid in the net because I wasn't fast. But, I always grew up watching goalies, and, I enjoyed it because to me, I always thought as like the goalie's that one player on the field that.
Your favorite goal of all times?
As a Benfiquista, it's hard to say this, but Vitor Villa.
Mine
not
was
expecting that.
Casillas. Casillas, Dita.
Yes,
Buffon.
Casillas, yes, but as
Yeah.
Luso-Americano, growing up, going to Portugal,
Seeing
like
the
that was it. And like when I was playing, at sports club, and then I was in growing up, I always told my mom, like, "Quiero los luvas de Vitor Villa." Like they were just Adidas goalie gloves, but I saw the gloves Vitor Villa play with them, so I always wanted them. And like every year, my mom would go and buy them, and we would go to a store, and that would be it. And the guy's like, "Yeah, son los luvas con Vitor Villa," and I bought them.
Got
And I
'em.
thought I was him.
Scam.
And I couldn't reach the corner, but I thought I was him. It's just
And at the time, it was probably still
Was it?
contos, not euros.
Yeah,
So.
it was. No, but he was, he was my favorite. And then starting watching EPL, then you have all the other goalies. And then second favorite, David De Gea.
Wow.
I just loved him. I think he was great. He saved United multiple times. Yes, I am a United fan. Yes, I am a Fiesta. I don't know as much soccer like this guy does. Like I don't know what the guy eats or drinks the night before the game. Like I don't know that stuff. I watch the
does.
game, we lose, and it's like, all right, move on. I know more about cars than I do soccer, but those are my favorites. And then what United did to De Gea was just bad.
He just signed for a club, didn't he, in Italy?
Did he?
Did he?
Like I
Think
said,
so.
you know more than I do.
I think so. Well, there's rumors he's going.
I'm looking
he's
at
going-
wheels, not what he signed.
BBS
What kind of
wheels,
wheels?
baby.
Yeah, gotta figure out what wheels I'm buying next.
Lucy, you haven't
Three-piece
seen who
wheels.
United bought this year so far?
No, I haven't. When I have a chance, I'll look into it, or when it pops up in my feed.
Looks pretty good.
Goalie?
No. We've gotten like 4 or 5.
So now, did you used to like? Obviously, you're a fan of Formula One, as we were talking earlier. Did that come with the love that you have for cars, or you already liked Formula One beforehand?
Did you like Formula One before the show?
Of course I did.
Okay. You're a real fan.
Because growing up in Portugal, every summer I would go to Portugal. My parents worked hard, and every year we went. So that was my greatest pleasure of growing up, was going to Portugal. Certain people don't have that privilege to go every year.
Was Portimao in August?
Who?
The race? Portimao?
No, they
No?
had it that one time during COVID.
Oh. Yes,
But they had it back in the day, years.
Yeah, I remember.
Santa won his first race in Portugal. That's my brother's favorite F1 driver. Mine is Niki Lauda. But
Niki Lauda.
growing up, going to Portugal, that's what you saw. I don't know if you remember. If you remember in Portugal every summer, you saw Schumacher at every South gas station.
I used to
know.
play the game. And
Right.
as
So
a
like
consumer.
but then it's like I said, it's growing up, I was F1 rally,
Oh,
stuff
really?
like that, and the whole cars. But yeah, I definitely watched Formula One before the show came out.
I can't say the same, honestly.
And it was also hard.
Mine
Like
was
there
starting with the show.
growing up, you had that small group of people that knew about F1,
Yeah.
that knew racers, that knew this, the news, and also it was hard to watch it growing up. Because back in Portugal, it was everywhere. Here in America,
Yeah,
wasn't
it was
really,
nothing.
unless you had Speed Channel, which I don't know if you
Yeah.
guys remember, but it
I don't
was the
remember that,
channel on
but-
TV. Speed Channel was the only channel that showed F1. It showed every type of racing and
Yeah.
everything had cars. But, you know, my parents had cable growing up. So I watched Speed.
Yeah, I had,
and like it was that one time you watched F1, but you didn't have the internet where you could look up when they're racing. You didn't have apps, you know what I mean? And especially the show now, it just opened it up to this country like there's no tomorrow. Which is, it's great for the sport. Now everybody thinks they're F1
Fucking
Fanatics.
gurus and shit.
Yeah.
Yes.
Until you go to Miami and Vegas and you have to pay $2,000, $3,000 for a 3-day pass.
It's part of the race. It's just, that's how it is. Same thing, go and watch soccer games now. Or any
Unfortunately.
sports events.
Yeah, I'm afraid for the World Cup, but like I literally was telling, I think I was telling you guys. Sorry to cut you off.
It's not just me.
But you're still ahead 2-1.
But like I spoke to my boss. My boss already booked for the Miami trip, and he did the 3 days. Even yesterday, I brought it up again. I was like, "Hey, make sure you going to a flight with your wife, so you could take me instead of her, because
Hey, man.
front
Go
seat.
for it.
That he's literally going.
He
to,
spent money.
Oh,
He spent money.
Well, he's going to meet a couple of drivers
Oh, yeah.
and shit like that. So yeah, he spent money.
He ain't driving no Volkswagen. We know that.
Ford Fusion.
Whoa!
And then he has a Nissan Z, like the old school.
All right,
Yeah.
that's not bad.
Joey, what were you gonna say?
No, because he was talking about the World Cup, right? What did you think about Copa America?
Oh,
Did
God.
you watch any of the Copa America games?
I watched some of them because of the Euros going on. So I was just like, hey, soccer's next.
You know, did you see the final?
Yeah.
How the fucking fans?
Well, also I think the Copa America is run by a different group of people than FIFA.
Oh, it is. It's not even run by. It wasn't even run by. What's the association here?
The
CONMEBOL?
Yeah. So I'm pretty sure FIFA, when the World Cup's here, it's going to be a lot different with security and stuff like that. I hope.
I don't
You
know.
would hope so.
I hope so.
Because even like everything was just the reffing,
Weird.
the fans. It was
But it's
just,
always been like that.
who the fuck are you looking at?
What?
Un ghost.
It's all good. It's all Phantasma.
What the fuck?
It's all Phantasma.
So we talked about it on my cousin John's podcast about Terry. All right, and you said we would come back to Rancho. This is Rancho in family.
It is what it is.
You know,
We're all Ranchos, right? But you
I don't dance no more.
Never?
I did.
You
Back
did?
in Bridgeport.
Why'd you stop?
you retired.
I retired.
What are you, 50?
Yeah.
Jesus.
Look at his knee.
And me? I'm the one still dancing with bad hips, bad knees, bad ankles.
I don't know. It was just something that at the
Something
time I just
happened
didn't.
at the time.
I
You
just
lost the...
yeah. I just lost that like fire just because we weren't in my
I
eyes.
left.
Was anybody else in your family part of it? Or was it just
It
you?
was me and my brother and my dad
Alright.
actually when we first joined.
Your
And
dad
then
played the
Then
bombo.
your dad left.
my
So
dad left.
But,
My brother stayed for like I don't know, maybe
Like another 5 months.
something like that. He left. So then I was there. I enjoyed it. And then I just kind of like got to the age where I was just like not about it anymore. I kind of like I wasn't that interested anymore, and then I left.
Yeah.
But like now I'm kind of like
You miss it?
yeah, I do.
Oh, my friends are doing Rancho.
It's not even like my friends doing it. It's just more of like I miss.
You miss it when you don't do it.
Yeah.
Like I'm not the person to jump in the circle to start dancing. I was
Me
never
neither.
that person. In Portugal here, everybody's like, grab somebody, grab them by the arm. I mean, I only went when my mom grabbed me. My mom would be like, pull me in, and I'm like, let's go. And I'm searching for Cristiano, somebody that's not dancing, because I can't dance without him.
Yeah, me neither. I
Like,
feel weird. It's weird.
Like
To me, it's weird.
It's
I don't know.
weird.
Yeah.
Your hands are doing this. It's just I don't know.
You don't know where to place them. I
You don't know-
grab,
yeah,
I
I don't-
literally grab my keys.
I don't know what
and
to do.
start
Like,
fucking
I'm like-
dancing.
Do I
My
put
mom's
my
like,
hands up?
I'm not the brazos. I'm not the brazos. I'm like, but I was never the person to just jump in. But when I'm watching everybody else dancing, I'm like, hey, maybe I'll go dance this one. And I find someone and it ends. I'm like, "God damn it." And then it's over. And like, all right,
That's it.
it is what it is.
No, but I do miss it. It's just I don't know. I just finding the right group, I guess, to fit my vibe that I want. But you know, it's
Mommy, we got beer.
I know that. It's just
That's what I tell people. Like, we got free beer.
Yeah.
As I saw in the refrigerator over
We got
there.
free
like,
beer.
I don't know. I feel like
Don't say that out loud, though. We're gonna have like 50 guys next
just fucking
first practice.
Yo, I'm here for the
but,
beer.
but you got to be part of the rancho.
It's like, yeah, I'm here for the beer. Like
If you're not part of the rancho, you got to come like 3-4 times. If I see you a month
I'll
straight,
hold the
then
flag. I'll hold the flag.
oh no, I feel
Those
like
people get beer too. Don't worry about it.
I feel like it's
Exactly.
more of
we need boys. Come put us me needs
Everyone-
boys.
everyone
And I
does.
feel like that's every rancho because
yeah.
it's the truth. Like growing up, it was a chapada. I'm being that's how.
Facts.
Not literally. Literally wasn't getting smacked all the time, but it
Yeah.
was forced because like Dude, when I got to like 8 or 9, I don't know if you guys remember, but like Friday nights, I wanted to stay home and watch TGIF. It was freaking Boy Meets World. I didn't want to come to Rancho.
Yeah.
I wanted to see what Topanga was going to do. Like, come on. that was me growing up.
That or SmackDown. And
But no, we had to come to Rancho, drive to Newark, and then, like, you know,
God.
you're here from like 8 o'clock.
Till-
And then back in, like, nowadays, as parents, we go, we got to go.
Yeah.
Kids got to go to sleep. I mean, you're different. Like, you just,
you just keep your kid over there in the corner.
you just put her in a stroller and just put her away.
just rock her.
But like, oh, God bless, man. That's awesome. Like, my kid starts losing his shit. You see him.
Yeah.
He starts losing his shit. Like,
I gotta go.
it's going to come to a point, like, he's going to be singing, and a chair's going to get in his head, and I'm just going to be like,
Oh shit.
not my kid. He gets tired. Every
Yeah,
kid's
of
different.
course.
But, like, growing up, it was 2 chairs together. It was
lay
one
down.
facing this way, the other one facing that way, and one facing that one, so you
There
wouldn't
we go.
fall. And
Just
you
don't
fell
tilt.
asleep. And
Just don't
my
tilt.
parents would be here
Yeah, until
whenever, and then my dad would wake up at 4 o'clock in the morning, go do construction on Saturday. And we're not complaining about it.
That's wild. That's an older
But-
generation.
So Joe, you had one in the chambers. You about the Hunter situation. You
That was a situation, right?
Hours.
No. When I don't know if you watched my cousin John's episode.
I started, but then life got in the way, and I just forgot. And then other car stuff showed up.
So Bridgeport had a very bad tragedy in '97. A member died,
Okay.
which was one of my cousin John's best friends, car accident. Now, for people who don't know, Campones Dominio also had a very tragic passing of one of your cousins.
Yes, my cousin. I mean, our rancho has had a lot of loss. Every rancho has loss. But, you know, the reason why my cousin stands out a lot is because that, you know, she was 21.
Ooh.
She was young.
That's
you know,
rough.
other people, you know, with Sada Kuing, it was cancer. It was just, and other people, other things. But, like, you know, when you lose someone young at that age, it's not, especially the way she passed away. So it was 2004, and during the Euro. So I had 2 great losses. Portugal losing in the Euro, and then her passing away. But she went to, so she was going to Rutgers here in Newark, and she took like a Portuguese class. And they offered to go to Coimbra
Oh wow.
to go study for a month. So for her, you know, she loved Portugal, like, you know, so she took it as an opportunity, like, you know,
Sign
I
me
never
up.
seen another part of Portugal. It was on her own, and she went, and she, you know, met a group of friends. She went with one girl that was from, I think, from East Newark, and they went together. They met other people, and, you know, she had fun. Typical young thing. You go after school, you go out drinking, and, you know, she made a friend, and I guess you know, they went out, and he was driving, and I believe she was sleeping in the car, from what they said. And he fazer ultrapassar, go on the opposite side of the road to pass the car in front, and I guess lost control or what happened, and went head onto a tree, and that was it.
Fuck. That's rough.
So for people who, like, the outside, like I was, right? I didn't know your cousin, but I remember the story of your cousin passing.
Yeah, because it was all over.
You
I
know.
remember it was all over the newspaper, Luso-Americano. It was just,
You know,
it's like I said, it's a young loss. You know,
Oh, yeah.
it's a young
I wasn't
person.
even here.
Yeah, I remember my cousin John talking about it. 'Cause my cousin John, somebody had told him. My cousin John was very good friends with Custodio at the time, or even now.
Right.
So, you know, and like somebody, like, maybe he was coming down to meet him, and then he couldn't, or something. But like the story got to Connecticut, you know, and it was very hard because at the time, for people who don't know this, your cousin, your godparents were her parents, and they were the ones that, like, okay, your parents are like the gel of the group. They're the ones that keep the group kind of together. But without your uncle, without your
my parents, well, once we had the other, like when Fernando Moreira wanted to stop being a Frente Rancho, and then, you know, Senhor Isabel left. You know, they get older, so they wanted to enjoy life, go to Portugal. My dad took over the rings, and then, of course, my mom stood behind him. And then, you know, but my godfather,
Got it.
nice catch.
Goalie reflexes.
There you go. But no, my godfather was the Tucador. So, like, when we started, it was my dad, my godfather, my godmother. My godmother sang, but since my cousin's passing, my godmother never dressed.
Well, Lucy had said it was like right after COVID was the first time she's dressed up
Yes.
since.
And then when I saw that, emotions take over.
Yeah.
It was, and like, me, Jose, Susanna, we all saw her, we all just took photos. It was just, like, you're losing your first child. And especially the way you lost your first child. And then, like, that summer was just, especially the way we found out, because we came back from Massachusetts. I forgot what party it was, but we took a bus. So, like, I went to Portugal in 2004 with Sports Club. I was playing soccer at the time with the club, and we went to Portugal. And
So you didn't play soccer?
I played for a little bit, not like my brother did. My brother played Thistle the whole nine. My brother was great. He should have gone farther, but life takes you different ways.
I feel like you were like the rule breaker sibling.
Yes, I was. I was definitely. My brother was
The saint, and you were kind of like,
Era
whatever.
bebé. It is what it is. It was the first one. I was going out. I was spending money on cars.
That's my brother. He's a favorite.
I don't think it's the favorite, but
Nah, his brother's definitely
I'll
the
find
favorite.
the day I have another kid. I'll find out if that's true or not. I got one, so he's my favorite. But the day we have another, then I'll find out who's the favorite or not. But I was definitely more of the rebel. I would go out all the time, but we had to see the Massachusetts, and so like I said before, I played for Sports Club. I went to Portugal, and the last time I spoke to my cousin, she was working at Alex's liquor store in East Newark, and she was working at the time. I went there to go say bye because I was leaving. And then she's like, oh, we'll see each other in Portugal. If not, because I was coming back. And so she was staying there the whole time. And then from there, she was going to Arcos. And then I was coming back with the club. And then from there, a couple weeks, I would fly with my parents. She's like, oh, I'll see you there. And I'm like, all right. She's like, oh, I'll try to call you while, we're there. And that was it. That was the last time I ever spoke to her. Jesus. And then I was there during the Euro. We saw the 2 games, England and Holland, and then the final, the 3 games. Then I came back. Then we all went to Massachusetts to dance Saída. And I remember coming home. It was like midnight, 1 o'clock. You know how it is. Saídas, you start playing at other parties, and then you get in the bus, and it was late. And like, I'm sleeping. I had my boy Shaggy at the time. He was part of the ranch. He came with us all the time. He was sleeping at the house too. And I remember my dad waking me up, and he's like, acorda-te ba casa tua madrinha, tua prima morreu. I'm like, looking at my dad like, what the fuck is he talking about? You know what I mean? I was sleeping. Yeah. And then I know, when you hear a news like that, you don't believe it. You don't. It
doesn't register.
It doesn't register. So I got up. I put on shorts. I put on a shirt. I'm like, my dad's like,
walked on the block.
My mom's crying. So I'm like, my house was about 3 blocks from my cousin's house. So I got up and I just left. I think my mom left already. I have no idea. I started walking, and I don't know if anybody's familiar, but usually how Portuguese people are after a death. Mm-hmm. The women are just
hysterical,
crazy. I literally hear my godmother 2 blocks away screaming her lungs out, and I'm like, what the hell? And then I walk to the house and I start going there. I see cops there, and it was a whole day thing, man. I mean, we were at the house all day, and then like what got me the most was my godfather was a very strong man. Never saw him cry. Never saw him. He was growing up, I remember getting wine with him in the truck, and I'm just like,
hello?
He wouldn't talk much.
Yeah.
It's just, he's also older, and, he had that strong, the way
he
presented
was
himself,
reserved.
persona. Right, he was very, Portuguese.
Yeah.
But, and seeing him cry is what made me cry. All right, at that day. But then the worst was seeing Lucy. At the time, she was young, and nobody wanted to tell her at the time that what happened, and she just walks out the door, and she's like, why is my mom crying? What's going on? That's when I lost it, and I punched the wall, and my hand.
How old was Lucia?
Yeah, I don't remember. She was young. She was 7. I don't know. I got to do
She's
that.
our age now, Joey.
To me, Lucy's always
10.
I'm for real. Like, when my wife says, like, oh, it's Lucy's birthday, I'm like, what is she, 18 now? They're like, dude, she's almost 30. I'm like, no, she's not. No, she's not. She's always that young. But it was tough. And then, we all flew out. And then we had to go to Coimbra. We saw the scene of the accident.
Ooh.
And then I remember my godparents had to identify the person, because you have to do that.
Jesus.
And, like, my dumbass follows my cousin
my
Danny and my godparents, but they didn't let me in, so I heard like the whole unlocking of the drawer, and I'm always been that person, like even though I shouldn't be there, I'm there.
Yeah.
And I followed him in, and I stopped at one point, and then we went back home, and had the whole funeral, like, you know, not over here, you have funeral home, but over there in Portugal, in La Casa. So,
this is gonna be like a tough question. Did the driver survive?
yes.
Wow, that's wild.
So like when I was younger, I was a sophomore. I had a best friend. He passed away as well. The driver survived and everything.
Drivers always survive majority of the times.
And drunk drivers.
Yeah.
That's wild.
It's the world we live in.
That's crazy.
How did your godmother and godfather, did they ever spoke to the driver?
Honestly, I don't remember, but I don't think they really cared. They just
Because
lost
all the
their daughter.
anger and
I mean, what are you gonna do? You just lost your child. You lost your firstborn.
Yeah.
So I don't even think. I do remember the kids showing up to the day of the funeral. To the house. You know what I mean? Like I remember that, and like I lost my shit.
I could only
Oh, I can
imagine.
imagine.
You know what I mean?
I could only imagine the anger
But
like
nothing.
that you guys followed.
He went there. He paid respect. He went with his mom and stuff. Like I understand. I'm pretty sure he felt bad.
Oh,
Of course.
You know, you're young, but it's listen. That's why things happen. But you also, I say this now because I'm older and I got a kid now. But you have to know what you're doing. But at that age, I did stupid shit in
Yeah.
my car. A lot of crazy shit. Everybody did.
And
Yeah.
but you learn with stuff like this too. Unfortunately, the passing of your cousin and Lucy's sister and stuff like that, like you learn a lot of like, especially drinking behind the wheel.
Yeah.
You think twice, 3, 4 times before you even get behind the wheel. I personally don't like drinking and driving because I've seen what it does to people. I've seen the
Like, not
actions
one
that it
drink at all?
follows. I'll have like a beer.
You're responsible about it.
But I'm definitely responsible.
You're responsible,
about it.
right.
Like I'll definitely be the designated driver if I see
Man's always.
if I see like me and Joey are hanging out, whatever. And we just did a couple weeks ago. We went to a festa up
Milford.
Milford, Massachusetts, and
I was about to say
I
Connecticut.
was drinking.
There's a Milford there.
I know there is. I thought about
Connecticut. So we were like, all right, Joey, if you're a little before we got off the hotel, I was like, Joey, if you're drinking, we'll get an Uber. And because I'm planning on drinking, you know, I don't know if you are or not, but if you're drinking, we'll get an Uber. It's simple as that. Like, I don't care to pay extra $20, whatever the case may be, if everybody has a good time and if we happen to save a life. You know what I mean? Because you're not just ruining your life; you're also ruining someone else's that you may hit, or whoever is in the car. Especially if there's people in the car, forget about it.
I mean, when that happened, you know, after the whole thing, and you know, time went on. We didn't dance for a year.
No, but that was gonna come to the next point because I remember, your godfather was pretty much the only tocador at the time.
Wait, we had Manny.
You know,
If
but
you remember him.
yeah.
Cascar.
But you know, it's
Well, I know it's a side conversation, but you always gotta, you know.
Yeah.
It's,
and I remember there's videos and photos of Galvão. They asked Galvão to come help out at that time because there was obviously a discussion that the group had that the group should continue because obviously the group stopped for a while.
I mean, we stopped. Like, the main reason why I stopped is because quem mais ia tomar conta do rancho.
Yeah.
Because at the end, nesse tempo, it was era meu pai, my godfather took like though you know we lost. Usually when there's other losses in the rancho, that people leave because you know we pay respect. Like we don't have practice and you know respect the situation and the families, you know. But at that time, it was Sandra. Like it was majority of the rancho was my family. So that's why for a good year we didn't dance, and then we brought it back, and you know just keep going. And
Do you have like a song or anything that, like,
we tried not to to dedicate towards her.
yeah, like how Bridgeport had like Canterbury Terry?
I don't.
No.
At least not
never-
that I know of.
I mean, for the first couple years, you know, every single time we had an anniversary, we had a moment of silence, you know, for the loss.
I know you normally guys do like
We
like
did that
a
for the first couple
silence.
years. It was just like
Different.
it was different, and then
It hits home. It hits
does,
home every
it
time.
does.
Now, obviously, unfortunately, with the passing, do you remember having any funny memories or happy memories with her?
every
Never
moment,
shoe and stuff
every
like
moment
that?
I had with her, she was like Lucy, just a little nicer. Love you, Lucy. Just a little, you know. Lucy has her character. Sandra had her character, and like you know, coming back to like the whole car things. Like my favorite memory was when she got her license, and her parents bought her a Mark III Golf 4-door, 2-point slow, standard, a stick. and my poor cousin had no idea how to drive stick. You know, my godfather would, you know, hey, you seen it like after work. So she was learning how to drive stick here and there. And I remember one time she wanted to go to Kmart, and we're driving down Passaic, and she wanted to pop a U-turn, and she stalled. She stalled right in the middle of the lane, and she's like freaking out. She had no idea. She's like, "Oh my God, this isn't." She's like, "I'm like, Sandra, just calm down. Just press the clutch." Like, I already knew. I didn't know how to drive, but I knew the whole concept and stuff. I was like, because growing up, I rode my grandma's tractor, so that's kind of how I learned how to drive stick.
Right.
And I'm like, Sandra, just put in reverse, slow down. People will wait, and they're like, people start honking. She was a nervous wreck. Oh my God! And then after that, she parked the car for like 2-3 days because she, she was so afraid. And then
that sounds like Lucy.
I'm being for real. She just she froze in the middle. I'm like, you want me to get in the car and do it? I'm like, I'll move the car. She's like, and she got it, and we went home. She never parked the car again. And then, I wanted that car. I wanted that Golf. That was the one thing I wanted from her. After the passing, I sat in the driveway for a long time, and then I told my mom, I was like, "Oh, fala que padrinha, vê se posso ficar com o carro." I get my godmother's point. She didn't want to see it.
She didn't
right? Não queria lembrança, não queria nada. I get it, but me as a car guy, I wanted to keep it, and I didn't. Because if I did keep that car, I would have that car till today. It would probably be all done up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It would be all.
The car come out on Portugal Day weekend.
But it would be a car that I would have never sell. But it's.
Probably change the motor if anything.
Oh, I'd definitely put a VR in it, drop it, all that stuff. Shape
the usual.
Recari 8s, the whole 9.
The usual 15, 20
every
grand.
year stall at that one round U-turn.
But, it's life. You gotta...
That's wild.
Life
That's crazy.
Life's like a box of chocolates.
And
it's you never know what you're going to get.
Crazy with losses because I like to send out my condolences to Garcia's family.
Yeah.
Who don't know, Manuel Garcia was tocador for Elizabeth for a very long time. Tocador for Dustin 8 at the time now. He was retired, 72. Believe yesterday, the day before, heart attack? Yesterday, the day before, man. I found out yesterday at work. Your brother actually messaged me.
Well, I found out on social media.
Your brother messaged me during in the morning.
Right.
Because Garcia reminds me, and I loved Garcia. I loved how Garcia played. Garcia was one of those old timers that loved to play with the younger crowd.
Yeah, he had a great time with it.
He always played, right? You have some of these older. I'm not going to mention names. You have some of these older people that will only play Rancho and.
Well, because you're probably not playing their way. So if
You
you
know.
do a little beat, a little thing.
Your Godfather was one. Back in the day, I don't remember ever playing with your Godfather. Godfather now plays a lot with us.
Right, because
Even at Fest, but I'm not even talking about Rancho. Festas.
yeah,
He'll
no,
pop
he's
one out.
definitely now. He just now growing up. I remember my godfather would be like, he wouldn't grab it. If he had you and my brother, other people to play, he's like, por que vou tocar eu?
Yeah.
Tem lá 5 ou 10, não falta, não preciso outro.
Now
Mas
he's-
trovar, fico aqui. And he's right. You know what I mean? Like it's
Now he's just an animal playing.
it's
You know?
it's life. You get
So,
to a certain age, you
to-
appreciate things and you enjoy things.
Absolutely.
At the end of the day, we all know it that I could be here today and then tomorrow I could die.
Crazy way to think
It's
of
the
it.
truth. It's
It's a crazy way to do it.
especially now as a father, and you know it. That you never thought about that. Never thought about the death or anything like that. You're married. You just go to sleep, wake up, like fuck it, taking over the world again. But now as a kid, now you have that responsibility. So now watching Disney movies fucking hurts, man. Like every parent dies in the beginning of every Disney movie. So it's like,
everything now is
you're watching. I'm like,
yeah, but everything now is like so much more emotional,
it is,
bro. It's
There's
just hard to
always that
explain it.
background.
Hard to
Well,
explain.
and that's because you're living through someone else's eyes too. Because if you think about it, you wake up, you're not thinking of yourself. You're thinking of
that person,
of
right.
your son
Right,
or your
right.
daughter. Like, what can I do to make them smile or to have them not struggle when they wake up? Like, I can't speak because obviously I'm not a parent, but I'm sure that's how you guys probably feel looking at your son and your daughter. Like, I'm doing this for her.
I don't know. Mine annoyed the fuck out of me yesterday playing pro clubs.
Oh, that's every kid.
They were all playing pro clubs. That's all they hear, bro. That's all. I got my headphones.
What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do?
Go bother your mother.
Dude, it's stressful.
Have a dog
Not to
that's
drift off
stressful
the
for us.
conversation we're having, but having a kid it's stressful as hell. And it's like, sometimes, like I told my wife, like sometimes I'm jealous. Like she's home with him all day, she still does her business, and she watches them. and it's a lot on her. So it's like, yeah, I go home every day. I work construction. I'm in the heat. I'm in the cold. I'm tired. But then, like, I got to go home and try to do my best to watch them, which, sometimes you days off. But I got to give her a break. Like, she deserves a break. But it's hard. It's a lot on a mother.
Amy, is this true, or is he just saying this on camera?
I mean, I try my best.
So, like, and that's what it is, too. Like, we see it now as we grow up. Because, like, sometimes, unfortunately, our parents, not unfortunate, but fortunate as well, that our parents always worked hard. They grew up working hard to be rewarded to whatever they have. Now, but sometimes it would take away from being a parent in itself, or having some time with the. Sorry, I got freaking allergies. But
He's just crying.
You would take
All right,
a
men
lot
cry,
from
men
like
cry.
seeing their son or daughter growing up and not spending as much time as they
Well,
do.
now my parents are retired, so now they're enjoying me and my brother being fathers
Exactly.
and enjoying the grandchildren.
So
And
do you look back from seeing obviously your parents both work hard, and I'm speaking for everybody here. Do you guys see yourself with gratitude to your parents, but also as a learning point of view to like try to spend time with your kids as much as you can?
Oh yeah, like growing up, your parents. I'm pretty sure your parents said,
Yeah.
"Un día vais a ver, un día vais a lembrar dos pais." Blah blah blah.
Prende agora que não duro sempre.
Right, but they always say those things, and you pay no mind to it. But now as a father, I every moment, and then like even every moment I have with my parents, every moment I have with my dad, I try to capture it. In my in-laws, my in-laws and anybody else.
It's like those picture
anybody else.
photographs.
Right,
Yeah.
even from the rancho. Like, majority of people from the rancho, my whole life I grew up with. I was always in the background. Like a lot of people don't know me in the Portuguese community. They know my father and they know my brother.
Yeah.
My brother, he was the face of the CDs. It was him and Patricia Lima. Like, it's true. I always joke around with my dad. He also do rancho ninguém sabe.
Tu és o Pito
As
feio.
ovelha-
Right, but I also like
as they say, ovelha negra.
right. But also at the same time, I've never, at rancho, ask Joey. I joke around. I say dumb things. I act like a clown. You know what I mean? Because I try to make fun of it. Because if you take it serious, like I heard some ranchos do, you don't want to be there. At the end of the day, you
Fred
are.
Marco hasn't joined the group yet.
I'm saying at the end of the day, you have I think as ranchos like this, doesn't matter if you're the first time there or if you've been for 30 years. You made a commitment to the people that are in charge. So yes, life has things. Yes, you have to do this. You're not getting paid. I understand that, but there is a responsibility because people count on you. So it's like I lost track. What the hell was I talking
But that's the same thing. It's the same thing. Like I have no idea where.
I swear to God, I just
My man started blacking out.
It's not blacking out, people. But
Talking
man.
about parents.
Estamos falando de ovelha negra.
Oh yes. Oh, yeah. I would joke around, but like when it came to like the TVs and all the interviews, it was always my dad and my brother. And like I am not good at talking to camera, so hopefully I'm doing a good job right now.
No, so far so good.
I mean, I hope. Everyone watch this shit. I'm like, damn, what the hell?
Man just went off and just blacked out, started talking about shit.
So one of the things we've done on our resurgence of the podcast is we try to end with a game. Okay.
Oh, it's over.
Time flies.
Imagine you had drinks here. You'd be talking all day.
Joel's has shitty games, so I'm gonna do in the game today.
Fuck off.
Right. So
yeah.
the game today is start, bench, sell. I'm gonna name 3 players. You either
Barely watch the soccer.
Barely watch soccer.
you're gonna tell me you're gonna start them, bench them, or sell them.
Do the
Okay.
F1 edition.
Nah,
I don't know that much
he
about
doesn't know that
F1.
one. I'll try to answer the questions my best. People are gonna be like, this fucking idiot don't know shit.
Who, Felix?
What? Are you talking about Benfica?
Well, it's
Oh, okay.
world football.
Okay.
Okay. Start, bench, sell. Casillas, Manuel Neuer, Gigi Buffon.
GG.
You gotta tell me, Gigi
Well,
what?
which
You gonna
one?
start?
You can start GG.
Who you selling? Well, who you benching?
Casillas.
So you sell.
No, yeah.
I would actually.
I'm sorry, it's GG, dude. Like, you gotta start.
GG, absolutely.
And then Casillas is just a great backup. And then New York, I'm not taking anything from him, but it's just.
do the same thing.
No.
It seems.
Yeah.
Seems fair.
It's in between Gigi and Casillas. That's a tough one. But I would do the same thing.
Yeah, I would start Casillas over Gigi. This is just preference.
Yeah.
I watched more Gigi growing up than not G. I watched
Dude.
more Casillas growing up than
Me was literally I watched Oliver. In Portuguese was Oliver and Benji. You may know it as Captain Tsubasa.
Yeah.
It's a manga, like back from the 80s.
Okay.
But I used to watch that, and then right after it would be like regular soccer games, and Buffon was the man that made me want to be a goalie.
But I got a question for you. You're a Benfica, and we're talking about goalies. Who was the best goalie Benfica had? That to you from
who's Benfica's best
one-
ever
one of
goal?
them that you think was
Okay.
No, Oblak. For me, it was Oblak.
no
Moreira.
Michel Padrón.
Who?
So I don't even remember that.
There you go.
You're fucking old, dude.
I'm not that old, are you?
32. I'm gonna be
Shit,
32.
fuck, he is old.
Start bench cell. Fábio Quintrão, Rafael Guerreiro, or Nuno Mendes.
Oh man, that's tough.
You want me to go first?
Yeah.
So you can think about it. Fábio Quintrão start. Nuno Mendes sub, and then sell Rafael Guerreiro.
I'm selling Guerreiro. I'm starting men's benching Quintrão.
I'll go Catran.
Quintrão?
Contron. Same as you.
I have the same.
Same.
Fábio Quintrão, the first year at Real Madrid, was unplayable.
Yeah, he was just fucking.
Start bench cell. Vini, Neymar, Dinho.
Go ahead, Marco.
Dinho? Oh. Vini, Neymar, Dinho. Starting Dinho. Selling Neymar, benching Vini.
No, I agree. Neymar's always hurt.
And that's the reason why.
That's the reason why. Yeah, it's just simple.
Yeah.
That first year MSN was unbelievable. But other than that, I don't think.
Yeah, potential.
Dinho is still
Yes.
go.
Start bench cell. Ricardo Carvalho, Fernando Couto, Ruben Dias.
Couto, Dias. Fernando Couto start. Dias bench. And then what was the third?
Ricardo Carvalho.
Damn.
I would sell Diaz, start Carvalho, bench Couto.
I'm on the same. I'd start
That
Carvalho.
would be me. I would start Carvalho.
Yeah?
Maybe.
Couto just was fucking.
It's different times.
Different times,
Different
man.
times.
It's different times.
Well, I'm not taking anything from Carvalho.
Couto
Couto was just like, you know,
Couto would just do stupid shit during the
right.
game.
He just.
Watch clips of what Couto used to do. Couto used to like play with motherfuckers' ears and corner kicks.
But I feel
When
like
you
he
grab
was
the
also, I feel like he was like Pep. He was just like mean,
Brute.
bro.
Yeah.
Brutal.
Yeah.
And I was just like, you needed that in the back.
One-
Pep being gone is gonna be a big wake up for Portugal in the back. That's how I think.
Last one.
That's because they're more
Ronaldo's
tactical.
coming up.
They're
Ronaldo's
definitely
coming up.
more
Ronaldo's
technical.
coming up.
No, because we're Portuguese and Ronaldo's gonna start. Of
course.
There's not even no point of doing it.
Is he gonna
Start bench Sal, Paul Scholes, Frank Lampard, Stevie G.
Can't fucking do that.
What was the second one?
It was Lampard.
Start Scholes. And Lampard and who?
Gerard.
I'd let Lampard go. And bench Gerard.
I'm the same with him.
I'm the same.
I was gonna say Stevie G start, sub Skulls, sell Lampard.
Oh man, Skulls.
Scholesy was just unreal.
I just don't know how you guys did not drink water this whole time. I've been drinking water this whole time.
I got
My
It's only been one bottle. You're not even done with the bottle, bro.
I'm not, but still,
I
like,
thought
I
it was-
get parched.
My throat is dry as fuck right now.
I'm sure it
I'm
is.
not gonna front.
I'm
got a
gonna.
hot too on that, man.
Fucking-
Também devia cheio de vinho, you know.
I thought you were bringing the malga out. You didn't.
I thought you were bringing
that
breakfast.
You didn't ask for breakfast.
I
Coulda-
would do
coulda
I'm
asked for
sorry,
breakfast.
I was not gonna drink alone. I would have brought the
I
bottle of
would've
wine.
drank.
We would have drank.
You guys didn't say anything.
We said yes.
You did not say yes.
He said,
It's old age, bro.
Joey said, "Fuck it."
I did say
No,
fuck it.
I didn't get like the confirm like, yeah, bring the bottle
I'm
over.
sorry, you 91, 87.
What am I gonna do?
Fuck.
Next time I'll send it through mail.
Carry a pigeon.
But, you know.
Oh my Atlanta. I think
what
that's
else?
gonna.
That's it.
I think that wraps up.
I think that was it. You have anything?
I
I mean,
do.
hopefully people enjoyed this podcast, you know.
That was funny.
Yeah,
my
no,
God.
it was
You
I
wanna
liked it.
you wanna mention your wife's business one again? Pop it in. So everybody
Sweet Chaos by Amy. That's her
Facebook, Instagram.
Facebook, Instagram.
Okay.
You know, she's always up for orders. You know, it's per schedule, so you know, always if you have a party, you know, 2 weeks ahead, something like that. Not, you know, I need a
Like
cake
that-
tomorrow. It's just it doesn't work. It's
Give us that
Yeah,
after
just,
so we
yeah.
could like put it on.
I will, and then also how the whole thing with everybody knows I'm part of Rancho Companies with Mingo, and then also how the car thing. I'm also part of a group called Eurocol, which started a long time ago with a bunch of Volkswagen heads, and then it died down a little bit, and then how I and the groups that we have got older, the car scene kind of died out a little bit. So the whole thing about the car scene also is about you find a group of friends, you hang out, just like you go to Riage. You find your friends, you play Costatina, you drink. Same thing with us with car shows. And then you appreciate builds and have
Now, do you
fun.
guys? Sorry to cut you off. Do you guys have a Facebook
Yes,
or
Eurocall.
Instagram?
Yeah, we have
Eurocall.
Facebook and
Okay.
Instagram.
They
And
could,
then-
and they have they for the events and stuff like that.
Yeah, so
posted?
usually go to other events, shows.
Okay.
We also share other people's events
Yeah.
in our social media. Help out other groups and other
Sweet.
stuff like that. We also donate to a lot of cancer places.
Beautiful.
And every year on Thanksgiving, we have. We did it a couple times already at Red Bull Arena in front of it. You'll see it on social media when we put the thing up. A turkey drive. So we raise money
Okay, nice.
to get turkeys for families and that can afford it on Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
I remember one year we saved about 4,000. I think it's
Oh,
not
awesome.
much.
Yeah. But it
every,
goes a long way.
every car that comes in, we have a amount for donation.
Yeah.
And people just give what they want. That's a
That's
donation
awesome.
thing.
That's cool.
But it's just a group of guys with German cars, not being racist here, but
Yeah.
if you got a
Germans.
everybody's more than welcome, no matter what you drive. But Eurocall is a German-based car. It's
Yeah.
much BMWs, Volkswagens, Audis.
Yeah.
We just hang out, shoot the shit, talk about cars, and crack on each other.
Shit, that's
I think we crack on more on each other than anything else.
Joe, you got anything going on?
Not that I'm aware of. It's August.
Vacation.
Actually, do
August.
you guys have the date for Hashwadas yet?
No,
The Rajwada is the Saturday after Thanksgiving, bro.
that's it. Done. Yeah.
Saturday
you
after
go.
Thanksgiving.
Whatever that number
Save
is.
the date.
Whatever. Save the day for Rajwada. And then,
And-
Ruzga-
the
and the-
Ruzga-
the- that and the
Ruzga
Ruz-
it's in January.
Ruzga is always either the second or third week in January.
Hopefully this year we get enough bread.
Then Marco, you're going on vacation as well, right?
Yeah, this week.
So yeah, and then for me is if you guys want to save the date for two things, September 14th, which is the fundraiser for Rafa, and he had a motorcycle accident. To those that watched the previous podcast, he had the motorcycle accident. We're trying to raise money for him and his family, so we could get hopefully they help with medical bills and some bills at home because he was the only one working. Obviously, she's a stay-at-home mom with 3 kids, so he does become expensive. So if you guys could donate on GoFundMe, or if you guys want to go to the party and try to enjoy yourselves and give yourself a donation, whatever case may be. And then for October 5th, Rancho Folclore de Minho will be having their anniversary in Tarrytown, so it's great for the commute as well for Jersey, New York, and stuff like that. So if you guys want to save the date for that day as well, we would appreciate it. See you guys there. And then we're also going to go on vacation with TascaLusa for maybe about the last 2 weeks of August until maybe the first week of September, and then we're going to see you guys back. So don't go anywhere. Make sure you watch the latest episodes. And when we first started and we sucked at this,
Ass.
it was completely different atmosphere. We were drinking
get
at like
better.
7 in the morning.
Appreciate it.
You guys are getting
Eric's one of the guys that normally gives me a lot of feedback throughout the week if he watches.
Love it.
There's a fucking shit episode. Get him off the fucking fucking voice sucks.
Yeah, so
You guys are doing, what you guys are doing, it's good. There's especially in purchase community, getting things out. Other people's.
and it's because everybody has that same like concept of a Portuguese man or a Portuguese woman, and we're trying to be diverse with every guest that we
We're
have.
also a
and stuff
different
like that.
generation, so we're between
Absolutely.
the immigrants and
And the stupid Gen Z. What?
yeah.
So you
I'm not
It
gonna
is
get
what
into
it is,
that.
but then it's like then
Not
my
getting into it.
Yeah,
I've been very quiet on Facebook, bro, because everybody got a fucking
Oh,
opinion.
you're talking about the Olympics?
Yeah, bro.
Yeah,
I'm
I
very
have my
quiet.
fair share of that, but let's make it to that next time.
I'm not
Next
even.
time.
Chris, you might have to cut
just
this
stay
out.
away from politics.
Oh, we are.
Just stay away from
Yeah.
politics. Just stay away from stuff like that. Just share what
That's
what, you
rough.
know, what are-
That's a rough topic. We don't go into that.
Yeah,
what this means, TascaLusa. Find people that have things going on, and put them out there for other people to see.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people out there that are hidden in the shadows. So.
Also, we Bottle Festa. I know myself is going to be there. Him is on the maybe your possibility as well. So if you guys want to come
to Portugal, I might be going to Lebanon.
Yeah, if you guys want to come, say hi to me. I know our producer is probably going as well. Chris, Lovelo. So if
you guys do a podcast there.
I'm trying to. I'm low key trying to find 4 people to do a podcast.
Why don't you just walk around with a camera and just record people?
Yeah.
If you go to the edge and go to Fastest, you know you're gonna see someone that's American and going on vacation.
Yeah. So I ended up actually, if you guys want to participate, I ended up buying like those tiny microphones. I have it in the car, which you'll plug into the phone. Just start bullshitting with others. So that'll be fun.
That's it.
And that's pretty much it.
That's a wrap. Joey, anything?
I gotta go to the bathroom.
Same. Levas Aminia.
Joel, you already talked. Eric, thank you.
Oh, thank
Neutron,
you for having me.
Jimmy Neutron, thank you for coming.
Thank you.
Like Joel said, please watch all these videos. Like, comment, subscribe, please. The John Fonts video is actually doing really well. We appreciate you guys, enjoying these videos. So, like Joel said, we're going to take a little break, but we're going to be back and better. So we'll see you next time. Ciao.
Ciao, Laura.
Ciao.
Com a TascaLusa a nos encantar, descobrir as raízes a brilhar, com a alma lúcida a vibrar. Vem ouvir, vai sonhar, com a TascaLusa a nos encantar, descobrir as raízes a brilhar, com a alma lúcida.